Okay, it's master that beat. Now, I think a lot of people like overthink mastering. They overthink it to the point of just insanity. No, everything that I do is simple. Everything that I do is, why is it simple? So because if you can't handle a simple mix like this, how are you going to handle big mix sessions? You know, everything needs to be simple and fast, because when you get a big session, there's no way around it. I ain't gonna be fast. But you need to be quick anyhow, because your ears are gonna get tired. Now I have Masterdesk True Peak. You could choose to use that if you want. I prefer the older version. I like this one better. It's so simple. It's so simple. Okay? So here's how we're gonna run it down. It's a 3-stage mastering system. Very simple. I turn on limiter turbo so that everything's peaking at -2 dB automatic. TMT compressor mode, you can choose between the 4, although 1 seems to have the best low end for me. Volume knob, make it loud first. Then de-esser, right, which is still part of step 1. I don't mess with the compressor mix button, I leave it at 93%. 2 is foundation. Think of foundation like a seesaw. You know, from your perspective, you're probably seeing it like this. So more bass. If you go one direction, you're going to get more bass and less high. If you go the other direction, you're going to get more high and less bass. You see? That's foundation. Resonance filters. That's part of your foundation. Okay? So there's problem frequencies that occur at these numbers roughly, and you're just going to notch them out. So let's say, you know, and you just do it by ear. Hit auto solo and do it by ear. Check it at 66, check it at 3150. If you think 3150, it needs to be notched out, that left alone, or maybe both is left in off position because it's messing with things. Low, 160 and 315. You're going to have problem frequencies where things build up in those frequencies and you want to notch them out a little. Perfect. Or not. You can go back to off. Tone. Now you're going to set the overall tone at the end of it all after making it loud and all this other stuff. You might go, okay, now that I made it loud and I've changed the foundation stuff, maybe that's a little harsh on the top. We'll bring back some top, some treble. Presence knob is like an exciter. So it's going to, if you go to the right, you're going to get a little bit more top end excitement. If you go to the left, it's going to dull it a little, which you might want to do that if things are already getting too bright. And then you can add a little bass. You can mess with the mids. I don't always really mess with mids because, as you see during my mix process, there's plenty of mid-range things going on. So I don't mess with mids. But maybe on someone else's mix I might. Bass, I may mess with that, get a little bit more bass based on what I'm hearing through my subwoofer. And then that's that, and it's done. Watch how quick we get a master. Quick, faster than ozone. Let's go. It's done. You can print that right there. Can you believe that? Can you believe how fast that was? You probably were like, wait, hold on, wait, he's done already? That's done. Print that mix, send it off. It's good. It's loud enough, and it's got perfect tone, everything. Why do I put a de-esser when there's nobody, on the track, with S's? Well, I heard stuff already that sounded like it needed to be notched out. There was some build up around like 6,000 or whatever hertz, and that's what the de-esser does, is maybe between 5 to 7 or so, and it'll basically just compress that frequency just a little bit. So it's like a dynamic EQ on just that section right there, and it's good to go. That's it. It's done. See how fast that was? My. this system, you're going to get consistent results. I showed you the beat making from part 1, where I made the beat, some of the stuff that I used to make the beat, some Waves plugins, Cosmos, and stuff like that, which I think is absolutely essential for finding, organizing your sounds and stuff like that, and how quick and easy it is to drop it in FL Studio and make the beat. Then I showed in part 2 how to prepare your beat or your files of any kind for mixing. Okay, very simple. Do it in FL Studio. Then in part 3 we mixed it in Studio One on a virtual SSL console, old school 4000E series console in the box in Studio One. Mixed it, printed that, mastering, Masterdesk, done. That's it. Print that. It's done. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these 4 videos. Definitely put them in a playlist or bookmark it or something like that, so you can come back and reference it over and over again if you want. I basically demystified the entire thing. Now, if you don't like these kind of mixes, this old school approach and this classic warm but clean sound quality, if you prefer to try to sound like today's stuff, which is mixed like shit, you can just throw Soundgoodizer over everything, because that's basically what they're doing. Maybe some Fab Filter, Pro Q3, EQ, and all sorts of horrible audible aliasing and digital distortion, harsh high mids and stuff like that. If you like that kind of stuff, this channel's not for you. There's plenty of guys mixing like that. But if you want to have good sound quality that would impress even the old school engineers, I think this is the way to do it. And my system, I think, is good. And you can mix anything this way, anything in the world. You can switch the console. You can go, I want to use a 9000J instead of 4000. Fine. You like that brightness of the 9000J, do it that way. That's the only thing you have to change. And then if you're using Studio One, change the brick console to more of a super analog or a modern sound, and it'll emulate the 9000s in terms of the sound quality of everything in the DAW, and you're good. So that's the only difference that you'd have to do if you want to do that. Otherwise, this is the way that I like to mix, and that's the sound quality that I like, and you get to hear it in the end. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed the videos, also like and subscribe. I got more videos coming, and feel free to throw requests in the comments of like, hey, why don't you mix a song this way, or do you have this plugin? Can I see it in action? Hey, definitely drop me a comment. Tell me what you think. All right, man. It's your boy Vigilante Styles, man. I'm done. I'm gonna go do something else. Peace.